you making mistakes on Pinterest? Are you confused about how to pin, what the best practices are, or what your Pinterest marketing strategy for business should even be? Maybe you've heard contradictory advice. Maybe one expert says this, another says that. Maybe it's even been a while since you've been on the platform, or you're completely new to Pinterest and freaking out that you're making mistakes. If so, this is the video for you. So hey all, it's Natalie Bardo, your Pinterest coach here. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you the 10 Pinterest mistakes to avoid in 2022 so that you can make the most of Pinterest. So you're gonna wanna click that thumbs up button because I love giving you the best tips and strategies to slay your Pinterest goals. All right, so let's get started. I'm ranking these from the lesser offenses all the way to the big catastrophic fatal mistakes that you're going to want to avoid when it comes to Pinterest. So number one, you're repinning or resharing pins. This has got to be the most common mistake when it comes to Pinterest. You want to ensure that you are not saving the same link over and over again, that you're not repinning the same image over and over again. So by that, I mean, you need to not pin one pin to multiple boards. You need to not repin the same image over and over and over again. If you have a new piece of content that went up, you're not going to repin it today, tomorrow, the day after that. You want to focus on creating new links and new pins instead. And our second mistake builds on this first one. That is prioritizing other people's content over your own. This is a huge Pinterest mistake that you want to avoid. When it comes to Pinterest, right now, the best strategy is focusing on yourself. You want to prioritize your pins, your content, instead of resharing and repinning other people's content. This goes back to that 80-20 rule that used to circulate prominently on Pinterest back in 2019, in the olden days of Pinterest. You want to make sure that you are not doing that. Prioritize your own pins. That means the bulk of the pins that you either schedule or pin to your profile in real time are your images, okay? It's all about you. You want to make sure that you're front and center on your own profile. All right, so your third mistake you want to avoid with Pinterest, and this is super common and ties well with our last mistake, and that is following dated advice. You want to make sure that you are following up-to-date advice and strategies when it comes to Pinterest. There's a lot of dated content on this platform. A lot of people create a Pinterest course, never update it, and for some reason are still selling it. You want to make sure that anyone whose advice that you're following, whether it's a Pinterest coach like me, or any other videos or blog posts you're reading, they are up to date. Make sure that they were published in the last 6 months or even more recent than that. Things change fast when it comes to Pinterest, so you want to make sure you stay up to date. Have you subscribed to my channel as yet? I'm going to make sure that you stay up to date with all the Pinterest changes. So quick recap, all right? Hashtags, they are dead. Group boards, they are also dead. Repinning, also dead, okay? Those are some of the most recent changes. And if you're following advice from people who are telling you to do those things, that's a big red flag that the advice they're giving you is dated and they don't actually know what they're doing when it comes to Pinterest, all right? So be wary and avoid dated advice. Make sure it's recent. Okay, so the fourth mistake on Pinterest, and we're shifting into those more critical and fatal mistakes that you're going to want to avoid. And that is only creating one type of pin. This is such a huge mistake. Okay, so whether you're only creating idea pins, that's a big mistake. Why? You're not actually going to get clicks to your site. You want traffic. So you want to make sure that you're creating a variety of pins, not just idea pins. Okay. Also, that includes not only creating image pins, you want to make sure you're also creating video pins. Video pins are more engaging, and you want to also experiment with idea pins if you haven't as yet. Also, you want to make sure, and this is a big, big, big mistake, that you're not using the same pin template over and over and over and over and over again. Just like repinning the same link or even the same pin, you want to make sure that the pins you're creating for Pinterest are different, okay? Have more than one pin template. Make sure that they use different colors, different images, all within your branding. So you want to make sure that not every single pin looks exactly the same, where the slight difference is maybe the background image or that a few words are different. They need to be distinct, because here's the problem when you're pinning one type of pin or the same template over and over, is that you can be seen as a spammer. If at a glance, all your pins look identical, that's dangerous for your account. So how do you fix this? You're going to pin a variety of pins. Create some video pins, some image pins, create different styles of templates, make some long, some short, use different images, okay? Make sure you're not only pinning one type or style of pin. This is a huge mistake, and one I see a lot of beginners on Pinterest making. So change it up, diversify your pins, all right? You can do this easily in Canva by designing some templates. Okay, and this is a huge one that I see, especially in my comments of my videos. It's being impatient with Pinterest, okay? Are you being impatient? Have you only been using the platform for a couple of months, or maybe you've only pinned 100 times and you expect, oh, wow, I'm going to get all this traffic? It doesn't work like that. You've got to be patient. You've got to get in there and do the work so that Pinterest can start working for you. All right. So realistically, you should see movement on your profile within 3 months of consistently pinning, of following the best practices. And you should see massive growth or even larger growth, I would say 6 months to 1 year in. It's not going to work like this, but if you put in the work, Pinterest will start working for you. And this also extends to any Pinterest marketing strategies or growth hacks that you start to implement. So whether you're looking to gain your first 1,000 followers on Pinterest, you want to give that strategy at least 3 months to start seeing results. Or even if you're implementing any Pinterest strategies for gaining more traffic, you want to give that strategy a solid 3 months to work. Why? Because Pinterest is a search engine. Things don't happen like this. But when you put in the time, all of a sudden you will start taking off. Okay, so with the next 5 mistakes, these are things you're going to want to not do, all right? These are big mistakes. So number 6, it's not setting up your account completely or properly. All right, remember when you signed up for Pinterest, whether you converted your personal account into a business account or you started one fresh, did you skip any of the steps of setting it up? Have you optimized your bio? Have you optimized your pin profile name? Is there a keyword in there? Have you created a banner? Have you optimized your Pinterest boards? Have you written SEO optimized descriptions? Have you checked all those boxes? Have you installed your tracking codes properly? Have you claimed your domain? These are all the essential steps of setting up your profile properly. And so many people skip them. I want to make sure that if I go to your account, I know exactly what you're about, what your business is about, who you are serving, what you're offering. Someone should be able to glean this in a glance of looking at your Pinterest profile. So make sure you're checking all of those boxes. That's what's going to get you that follow. That's what's going to make someone want to click on your content and get to know you and see you as an expert in their field. You have to position your profile properly. So go and check that you've checked all of those boxes. Okay, so the 7th Pinterest mistake you're going to want to avoid is not having a funnel. Oh my gosh, do you have a funnel? Do you know what a funnel is? So when we're talking about Pinterest, so many people are focused on getting more traffic. And my question for you is, getting more traffic for what purpose? Okay, why do you want more traffic? Are they going to go to your website and you're going to earn ad income? Are they going to click on your affiliate links so that you can get sales and earn income that way? Are they going to go to a blog post and subscribe to your email list and enter your funnel where you pitch your products? So, what is the purpose of your Pinterest traffic? I want you to sit down and think about that and make sure that when someone does click on that link in your pin and goes to your website, there is an opportunity for them to join your email list, purchase an affiliate product, or even buy one of your products directly. So make sure you're intentional with the purpose of your Pinterest traffic. Don't miss out on this huge mistake. Pinterest traffic is great, but you've got to know why and make sure you don't have any holes in your funnel. You're taking advantage of every single click to your website. All right, so the 8th big Pinterest mistake you want to avoid is not optimizing your pins for mobile. Here's an important fact. 85% of Pinterest users are on mobile. They're viewing your pins from their phones. And yes, phones are getting larger and larger, but still a pin is only taking up a limited amount of space on their screen. So you want to make sure that one, you're using text on your images that highlights and stands out from the crowd. So make sure that text isn't all the same size. You're using impact words, emotional words that stand out. So when someone is scrolling, they're more likely to stop and click. You want to ensure that you're using high quality images that are eye-catching, that are interesting, that people want to click on. And that goes the same for any videos or any animations that you're adding to your video. You want to stand out from the feed. And also, you want to make sure that your pins are high contrast, that they're easy to read and see. These are some of the mistakes I go in depth into in my free Pinterest masterclass on the top 3 mistakes you're making on Pinterest. You're going to want to click and sign up for that if you need help with getting more traffic to Pinterest. All right, and the 9th mistake, and this one is huge, is not doing proper SEO. The amount of times I've had people tell me I'm doing proper SEO, and then I click to their profile and I see, yeah, this is not SEO. Okay, so what do I mean by proper SEO? I mean choosing and targeting high volume keywords. I mean writing proper sentences that include related keywords as well. I mean saving your pin to the appropriately title and optimized boards. I mean using the right keywords at the right time, targeting seasonal content. Woo! There's a lot when it comes to SEO. And if you need help with that, you're going to want to check out this video where I go into more details. So on the don't want to do, including mistakes that you want to avoid side of this, is that there is no keyword stuffing. You adding every single keyword that is out there does nothing for your content. You want to make sure that your keyword strategy is targeted. So find that long tail keyword phrase that best explains what your content is about so that you can get found in search. Pinterest is a search engine, not your typical social media site. That means SEO needs to be at the top of your list when it comes to priorities. Yes, designing pins is important, but I've ranked this as the number 9th mistake because it's even more important than pin design. Because if you're not using proper SEO, no one is even going to see your pins because Pinterest will have no idea who to show your pins to. SEO is crucial. So make sure you're doing proper Pinterest SEO. And the 10th Pinterest mistake to avoid is this: not being consistent for long enough. I'm sorry, but being consistent for 1 week or even 1 month or even just a few months does not cut it when it comes to Pinterest. You need to be what? Patient, remember? And ensuring that you are being consistent over a long time. So that means if you can only handle pinning once a day, That's great. Then pin once a day consistently. You got to show up every single day on the platform, whether using a scheduler or you're pinning in real time. You have to put in that consistency. Consistency, I get it. It's not as sexy. It doesn't seem like, oh, wow, amazing. But I'm telling you, it is the thing that is going to turn things around for you and your Pinterest. Taking into account all the other mistakes I've listed, you being consistent is what is going to budge the needle. You're going to start getting more views and more clicks to your pins when you show up consistently. So that doesn't just mean you're pinning every day. That means you're pinning a consistent amount of pins over time. And speaking of consistency, if you're struggling and uncertain if you're pinning incorrectly, you've got questions, you're not sure how many pins to pin every day, I really encourage you to click and sign up for my free Pinterest masterclass, where I share the top 3 mistakes you're making on Pinterest without even realizing. And spoiler, I go into detail and show you examples and ways to fix not only the content you're creating, including SEO tips, but I'm also sharing pin design tips, as well as the super simple secret to pinning on Pinterest. So you can come up with a strategy that works for you. So you're gonna wanna click down below and sign up for that free masterclass, and I will see you in that Pinterest training. So there you have it, the top 10 mistakes you want to avoid on Pinterest. You want to make sure you cut out these bad habits so that you can finally start getting more traffic, more subscribers, and more sales with Pinterest. So be sure to hit the thumbs up button on this video if you found it helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I love being your Pinterest coach. And stick around, you're going to find this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, and happy pinning.